What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Wallet Monkey channel, where we give you all the credit intel you need to grow your wallet. So today we're going to share with you the top 3 ecosystems for 2022. This is something that I completely just came up with. So we're moving beyond just a credit card company that offers a couple credit cards, maybe personal loan product, etc., and we're moving into literal ecosystems that you can plan for, you can spend more time in, and get everything you need from less places. So when it comes to the credit game, I think it's really important to get what you want out of it in terms of total credit limit and access to programs, different lounges, travel rewards, perks, etc. All that in the least amount of places as possible, right? So the goal isn't to just accumulate as many credit cards as you possibly can. At least not for me. It might be for you. So anyways, the ecosystem concept is something that we really saw come out of 2020. We talked about it. A lot of different channels talked about it. So it's basically just this concept that within a brand, there's an entire ecosystem. Maybe this bank or institution is going out and buying a ton of fintechs and startups and building out their stack, meaning they've got all these different product offerings. So it's like, it makes it very hard and very compelling rather to go anywhere else, yeah? So I wanted to share with you my top 3. So here we are, beginning of 2022, you're starting to get your plan together. And so I think this is a really important video to watch. And if you agree, then comment below, share with a friend, and help us get this, help us share this message, right? So the number 1 is on my list is American Express. The reason why is it's simple. American Express offers so much now. It's absolutely crazy. And so let's start at the top. They offer 18 credit cards on the consumer side, 14 credit cards on the business side. They offer a working capital program for the business side. They offer a business loan program. They offer personal loans. They have savings accounts, high yield savings accounts. They've got checking accounts. Well, they don't have personal checking accounts. They've got personal prepaid debit cards, 2 different kinds, the Serve and the Bluebird. And then they've got the business checking account, which is actually pretty good. So that right there, that stack of products, you can find everything that you could probably need outside of mortgage, ALOC, HELOC, and car. So outside of those things, which you would go usually to a credit union for anyways, or a kind of smaller bank where it's more relationship based, is outside of those few things, American Express has you covered for the rest. Keep in mind that you can get 14 credit card and charge cards through American Express on the personal and business side, or consumer and business side. Between that, you can get everything you need. You can get huge fat sign-up bonuses. You can get travel-based cards. You can get points-based cards. You can get whatever you're really looking for. Hotel-based cards. I mean, there's a lot of meat on the bone for you to get on the consumer and the business side, everything fulfilled from a credit card standpoint. And get really good rewards too, by the way. So I don't know why more people don't groom their credit files literally just for something like this one institution, right? Because you could do that and spend a lifetime there and be completely happy with their offerings. Yeah, I don't think that that's going to change anytime soon. I don't think they're all of a sudden going to dramatically cut the amount of credit cards or charge cards that they offer. And the programs that they've got now are quite good, and they've proven through the couple buyouts that we've seen through Bluebird. They also bought Cabbage. So you could also go in on the Cabbage side on the checking account, and on the business loan side of it, that's a completely different product offering as well. So considering they just invested in those 2, I don't think they're going to slow down anytime soon. In fact, it's more likely that some of your favorite fintechs that are geared towards very specific things are going to get rolled under big umbrellas like American Express as it continues to consolidate in the space, right? Anyways, you can get more information on the page that you're seeing in front of you, which is, as you can see from the table of contents, a complete deep dive into everything on the consumer side, and we're working on the business side, breaking that out into its own guide as well. You'll have the same amount of data just on the business side. But yeah, American Express definitely tops my list as number 1. And so let's jump into number 2, which is going to be Chase. Now, actually, Chase and Navy Fed were pretty close for number 2. And the reason why is because I like Navy Fed better because it's a credit union and it ties in more of the, the auto loan pieces, the mortgage, ALOC, HELOC, and it also has a nice balance of like personal lines of credit, personal loans. They've got the pledge loan, and they've got all these ways that, again, you can come into the ecosystem at low credit, building credit for the first time, rebuilding credit. You can come in at multiple different points in your credit journey and do quite well in Navy Fed. So anyways, that's why I was so torn between putting it number 2 and putting it number 3, which is obvious at this point. So Chase is number 2, and the reason why is just because the credit card offering that they've got and the amount of points and rewards that you can get. They cover you on the personal side, on the consumer side, and on the business side with checking accounts, savings accounts, high yield savings accounts, loan programs, loan products. Chase is the number 1 bank in America, and I'm pretty sure it's the number 1 bank in the world at this point in terms of what they turn over year over year, what they manage, and just the overall size. Chase is the number 1 bank, on the block right now. And so ever since 2009 happened, they've really aggressively made their move, and it's paid off. So I would put them at number 2, just more so for that reason. Not because I think that. So I put them at number 2 for that reason, more so than some of the stuff I talked about with Navy Fed. But I still think that you can go into Chase at different points in your credit building journey and get in there, build a relationship, and have that be worthwhile. The only thing I would say is that it's harder to please Chase. It's harder to please, American Express versus a credit union. It is still going to be a little bit more cold. Those banks are going to be colder than a credit union. Credit union, you could actually go in and give them a sob story, and they would probably buy it. They'd probably want to help you more so and go above and beyond more so than you would see with a major banking institution like Chase. Chase is going to be very cold towards customers. They've gone through some pretty weird iterations. Like at one point, they didn't want customers going into branches. They didn't even want to deal with customers. They just wanted to deal with drive-through or online, and then they pulled that back. So they've definitely gone through their own struggles with how they want to interact with the public. But you can't deny the rewards and the size of the limits that you can get with Chase, and just the overall experience you can have in that ecosystem. And that's another ecosystem that too is growing. So Chase is number 2, and number 3 is Navy Fed. So let's pull up this so we can talk through this. And the reason why, like I said, is because Navy Fed is, you can go in there, 18-year-old kid with no credit whatsoever, and have a really good shot at starting to build and establish credit. You can walk out of there with a $10,000, $20,000 credit limit on your very first credit card, just because DTI is so important to them. But also too, if you've got bad credit, you got baddies, bankruptcies on your account, there's a way in for you too, through a checking account, through starting to build up direct deposits, get a secured card. Within 3 months, the end secured card can be looked at to go unsecured. So that would be a way in if you've got troubled credit or rebuilding. The pledge loan is another aspect that I don't hear enough people talking about. That would be a huge leverage point if you're rebuilding credit. So now you've got an installment loan hitting from the pledge loan. You go through the pledge loan hack, which is all broken down at the bottom of the page here, and then you've got a secured card, right? And you've got checking and savings, you've got direct deposits. So you're building out your internal score with Navy Fed, which will reward you in the long run. When it comes time to get a car, when it comes time to get a house and get a mortgage, take an ALOC or a HELOC out on that house. That's why an ecosystem like this makes sense. And again, I don't see this changing anytime soon. So I think this is an amazing place to spend some time to start crafting a profile that would make sense in this ecosystem, and start to invest the time and the money to not only get the check systems hard pull in the beginning to get set up, the membership fees, all of that to get set up is definitely worth it. So I think these are 3 ecosystems that you should be focused on in 2022, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. What is your favorite ecosystem, let's call it, or essentially bank, right? And try and list out why you like it, right? I'd love to hear that from you. And if you think that I missed something, or you just want to comment for the algorithms, do that as well. Click the like button. It matters more now than ever because they got rid of the dislike button. So likes and all this silly stuff matters so much with how these videos get out. So we need your help. It just takes a second. Thank you so much. And if you're brand new here and you like this sort of thing, then hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, be on the lookout, more videos coming soon. See ya.